everybody, welcome to the ZymCast.
Hello. My name is Chase Matherly.
I am Kyle Grubb.
I'm Cheyenne. Hi.
Who rolls her
Hello.
eyes at me?
Well, I mean, we both deserve to have our eyes rolled.
Your eyes are getting rolled?
Just silence. All right. It is a day. How are we doing this week?
How am I doing? How are you doing? How are we doing?
How are we doing?
I think we're doing pretty well.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
We went bowling
We did, yeah.
and also played Ticket to Ride.
That was a fun game.
I know.
Ticket to Ride is one of those tabletop games that I had seen for a while but never played. It's fun. It's worth playing.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Pretty easy to pick up and play.
It's like $45 though. I looked at
Yeah, it's because it's a freaking board game, man.
Yeah, those are expensive, man.
Board games are not cheap, bro.
They are fun though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun tabletop games.
I own Ticket to Ride. I don't know where it is right now, but I definitely own it.
Does she have a Ticket to Ride?
I don't care.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, we went bowling. We had pizza.
Mhm.
Well, I had your pizza.
we ate, like halvesies on a pizza.
There was a round where we all got strikes.
The whole time we all bowled 300.
Just one round. That was pretty fun, and that was pretty. What's the word?
I don't know. There are so many different ways you can take that.
What is the
statement.
opposite of harrowing?
Relaxing? Not threatening?
Do I not know what the word harrowing means?
Harrowing is like a dangerous or like precarious situation.
We're skipping this. Okay, moving on.
Chase doesn't know grammar or meanings of words. Maybe he should take an English class.
Oh, but I'm usually really good at English.
You damn fucking nerds. All right, so
Yeah. What else did you do this week?
very little.
Yeah.
I beat Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
You did, yeah. That was a game that was really big for you.
I mean, I'm only about a fourth of the way really done with the game.
Well, considering replays, right?
Yeah. So
I was like, wait, you just said you finished it?
I beat the game with one of its 4 paths.
Yes.
It took me about 40 hours.
Jesus Christ, that's a fucking
That's
job.
way shorter than people were saying it was, though. People are like, it's like 70 hours of playthrough. I'm like, not the way I do it. And it's not like I missed a lot of stuff. I did all the side quests. I did all this. I knew what my plan was from the beginning, and I acted on it. And my students became murder death machines.
Wow.
Except for Ignatz. Ignatz was just bad the whole time.
Oh, man, Ignatz. Why you gotta be so bad the whole time?
Yep.
Only be bad when I want you to be bad.
It didn't matter if he could hit anything from like 5 squares away, because he did like 2 damage. And he always got doubled. What a loser. All right. So what have you been up to?
Bowling.
Oh, like 7 days a week bowling, eh?
Yeah, no, just one.
Bowling podcast.
There was something that I did the other day. It was 2 days ago.
Mhm.
I was trying to fall asleep, and I put something on Netflix. It was a movie on Netflix.
I didn't know you could upload things to Netflix.
I watched a movie on Netflix. And it's actually a movie that we've talked about on the podcast before that I have not seen yet. Can you guess what it is?
To be fair, we've talked about a lot of movies.
I know.
A Fistful of Dollars.
No, but on the right track.
It was that episode?
Yes.
Oh, no. Okay. Bella is very excited right now. Doctor Strangelove.
Nope. I'll give you a hint.
Please do. I don't remember most of the movies we talked about. The Cabinet of Dr. Callaghan.
I already saw that movie.
Yeah,
I know, but whatever.
Okay, well, my hint will be
I'm not gonna
homosexuals.
What?
Just what was the movie you watched,
hint.
Chase?
It
Brokeback
was
Mountain?
The Third
We didn't
Man.
talk about that.
Oh, we did
there
it?
you go.
The Third Man.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's on Netflix?
it is on Netflix.
How was it, Chase?
It was actually really good.
What was it about, Chase?
It was not about homosexuals.
I know. People are gonna be so confused if they never saw that episode.
Yeah.
Never listened to that episode?
Yeah, I would hope they never see it. I mean, unless it's on YouTube, but then I'm just gonna watch it.
Whatever. If they never listened to that episode, okay. So just for anybody who's curious, we just reviewed and like described a bunch of movies we'd never seen before. including The Third Man.
Yes.
I picked some of like the supposedly the top movies of all time, just to ruin all street cred we have.
Yeah.
That's episode 14.
Yeah. Episode
It's
14. Go
just
back and have a listen. It's pretty stupid.
It is one of my favorite episodes. Okay, so what's it about, Chase?
It's about a man who goes to Austria. This is like in the
I nailed this.
1940s, like right after World War II, it seems. In Austria, he's like his friend flies him out and says he can stay with him, but then once he arrives, he finds out his friend died like the day before.
That's rough.
Yeah, and he got hit by a truck, and
Truck
like,
coon
he was
strikes
like
again.
listening to like what happened from like people who were there, and then like, wait, this doesn't add up, and he starts to investigate.
It's a murder mystery?
Yeah, he's like,
I love murder
won't
mysteries.
rest until I figure out who killed my friend. Like, why was he dead? Why has he died?
Well, obviously, dude, it was Truck Coon. He got teleported to another world.
Raccoon. And then there were supposedly two men that carried him across the street, like the body. But then someone who was a witness said there was a third man.
Who's the third man?
And that's the thing. Want me to spoil it? I want to spoiler for
It was the main
50-year-old
character
movie.
the whole time.
70, 60-year-old movie.
It was the main character the whole time.
No, it was actually the dead guy.
Somehow
Was the third man who because he
He never
actually he
died.
faked his own death. Yeah.
That would actually have been
Yeah.
my guess.
Yeah, he never died, and he faked his own death. And the person that got hit was actually someone they had planned to murder, and they staged it as if it was the man who had gotten hit, and
Why?
so he could fake his own death because he was peddling diluted insulin.
Man, the 40s had
yeah.
like I feel like movie creators were like, look, World
It was a
War
really good
II
movie.
just ended. I don't know how high we can make stakes anymore. This man is an evil criminal. Why? Dilution.
Well, yeah, he was killing, like he was selling the diluted insulin to like children.
I
and
get
people,
that
and
it's a
they were
problem.
dying.
I get that it's a problem.
Yeah, it was 1949. Was when that movie came out.
It's intense.
Yeah. Wait,
Almost.
it says release date 2015. I'm confused, Wikipedia. What
I
do
have
you
a
mean?
weird feeling that's not accurate.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you were expanding your I almost said literary knowledge. Your
It got a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Chase, if you recall,
I know.
I looked up some of the most highly acclaimed movies of all time.
It's yeah. You should go watch it because it's fun.
I'm not gonna do that.
No,
Uh,
it's all black and white too.
whatever, that doesn't bother me.
I mean, it was pretty chill movie.
It's a pretty chill movie.
Yeah.
Never thought a murder mystery would be chill.
I mean, like I was on the couch trying to sleep.
Did you fall asleep?
No.
Wasn't that chill?
I guess you're right. Oh my god, I never thought of that.
Dun dun dun. The real murder mystery was the murder of your potential Z's. All right.
That was bad. Well, speaking of movies, did you see any movies this week?
I did. I was able to catch a screening for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dirt.
Oh, in the Dirk.
In the Dirk.
Dirk.
Yeah. So yeah, I was able to see that based on a series of children's books from the late 1980s, if I recall correctly. There were 3 of them. They are most well acclaimed
Terrifying.
for their very notable art and also the fact that they were heavily peddled at the Scholastic Book Fair.
That is true.
Now, for those, again, are Scholastic Book Fairs still a thing?
I think so.
God bless them. Book Day. Those were beautiful days. I've never seen a group of elementary schoolers care more about books.
I think it's like the Scholastic Book Fair is when I bought Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
When I went to get...
And like Captain Underpants.
When I was getting Scholastic Book Fairs, Diary of a Wimpy Kid was not a thing.
No, yeah.
I definitely purchased a Harry Potter book through a Scholastic Book Fair.
Me too.
I definitely purchased all 3 of the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books.
Yeah. I wasn't allowed
I don't know
to
if
get
I
that.
bought those at
Did
the
you just read them
Scholastic
at the
Book Fair.
library?
No, I mean,
did.
I still
My
have them.
school library.
They're in my
Yeah.
room.
Nice.
Yeah.
You have all 3?
I don't know.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Oh, where'd they go?
There was something about those books where you literally... I don't know if it was just me when I read them, but I always felt like they were just spooky enough and like the art was just disturbing enough
Super disturbing.
that I felt like I shouldn't be reading these.
Yeah.
And like I was a couple years too early to like should be reading this, and so that made it like all the more cool. And like honestly, some of these stories are whatever, but some of those stories are actually pretty chilling, and all of the artwork messes with you.
Yeah, I like those books fucked me up. In terms of just being spooked as a child.
And so the movie came out this most recent weekend when we're recording this. And here's what I'll say. This movie suffers greatly from it-itis.
It-itis?
It-itis.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Movie...
I know where you're going, but I don't know what you mean.
This movie is actually pretty darn good. It also is not really that scary.
Oh, so like it.
Like it.
That's the thing. That's the only thing I like about it is that I like it. And if I like it, it can't be that scary.
Now that's not to say there aren't disturbing things in this movie.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it definitely it's a PG-13 movie, so there's nothing like horrific, but it definitely at times feels like they're straddling that line where you're like, this is almost R. Like they are almost at R, but they aren't quite, because they know when to cut and when to make you imagine stuff. So I mean, these stories are kind of ridiculous. Like you got a pissed off scarecrow trying to get revenge. You got a large fat woman who can apparently like teleport all over the place, so there's no way for you to escape from her.
That's terrifying. Teleportation is terrifying.
It's not even really teleportation. It's more like she's just everywhere you're trying to be. I wouldn't say the scene involving her is scary, but it is dreading. Like you're just full of dread. You're like, there's no way out of this. You're screwed. But probably one of the most infamous stories is also adapted in the movie The Red Spot, which involves, I mean, not to spoil things, the trailers kind of hint at this, the poster has this, but a girl gets a bug bite, like a spider bite on her face, and at one point it pops, and a bunch of little spiders crawl out to try and like devour her. And it is truly messed up to watch and really entertaining.
That's like one of my biggest. Actually, I don't know if it's like a conglomeration or amalgamation of like a bunch of different things involving spiders that I've seen as a child, like maybe Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Didn't we talk about this last week
I
too?
don't know. Well, like Chamber of Secrets, I guess is it Red Spot, Dark Spot?
It's The Red Spot.
The Red Spot. Red Spot and that episode of Curse the Cowardly Dog with the spiders.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know like what specifically it was, if it was those things that like incited my being terrified of spiders or like what, but that's really chilling.
If I had to guess, it's probably the fact that spiders be scary, bro.
Well, because as a kid, before any of these things, I think I was not afraid of spiders.
I found that with age, I've only become more of a chicken. There used to be things that like didn't faze me at all that like should have. I was like 4 and I saw Jurassic Park in theaters.
Yeah, I don't think when I saw Jurassic Park as when I was younger, I was really scared of it.
And my mom has said the story that she would like turn to look at me. I mean, yeah, you know, there are a whole rabbit hole about taking a 4-year-old child to see Jurassic Park in theaters. But at one point she would like turn and she's like, "You okay?" And like a little 4-year-old me is like, "It's just a movie, Mom." I'm like, man, how is 4-year-old me way braver than 28-year-old me? Because even during this movie, there are a couple moments where I'm like,
ignorance.
It's good. But the characters, like the cast, particularly for all of like the younger kids, like all the teenagers, really good.
Like it?
Yeah, except slightly older than it, like in terms of like the ages of the kids. But like I really liked the young cast. You did care what happened to them, and you were aware that like, okay, so like the whole gist of the movie is that there was this girl, Sarah Bellows, who like her family was immensely rich and they had this big old mansion, but for some reason they wouldn't allow Sarah outside. Like they wouldn't allow her to be seen. There's no pictures of her. She's not in the portraits. Like she's basically disowned. But if you could go to the other side of a wall in the house where her room was, and she would read kids scary stories. like through the wall. And so that was like her contact with the outside world.
That's
Like she
fucking
would
weird.
she would write these scary stories to people and like read them. And then a lot of kids started dying and going missing and stuff. And so everybody blamed Sarah. And so apparently, and then so like the story goes that she hung herself in her room because she was never allowed to go outside and stuff. But it's Halloween. And our intrepid band of heroes think, it'd be hilarious. Let's go to a haunted house. They go to the Bellows house. They find her book of scary stories.
Oh, no.
Which are, of course, all of the scary stories from the books. The problem is the stories new stories start being created and being written into the book. And they're affecting all the people outside that went into that house.
Oof.
Yeah. But what's actually kind of a cool gimmick about it is that when a story is being written, like it's inevitable that the person involved in the story is basically going to die unless the people who have the book can like intervene. So it's kind of like Final Destination-y sort of stuff. And so you see our intrepid band of idiots like trying to like intervene and like save their friend from like whatever's going on. It's actually kind of interesting and a little bit spooktacular. And it's a good time. It's, again, I wasn't really super scared by it. I think the only times that really got me in the movie were the first two, like quote unquote, like scary moments, like the first two stories.
Mm.
Because the first one involving a Scarecrow Herald is really tense and well shot with like really nerve-wracking stuff. And then the second one just has like a spooky moment. I'm like, oh god, oh god, oh god. All in all, it's a fun film. I recommend people see it. Don't go in expecting like some like unbelievable horror movie that'll scare you to your core, because that's not what this is. But like, it's clearly a horror movie kind of aimed more at slightly younger people than they normally skew to.
Well, I would assume.
I mean, you would assume, but again, there are some kind of messed up stuff in this movie.
Well, still, there's messed up stuff in the books.
I know. But there's something visceral about seeing it that kind of, I don't know. I would just, if you're looking for someone to watch in the next coming weeks, there are much worse choices. And that's my vote for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I'd give it like an 8, maybe a 7.5, somewhere in there.
Wow. What'd you give it?
It's like a 9.5, man. I love that movie. And again, not scary.
It chapter 2?
I'm excited for it, chapter 2. It's less than a month away.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Oh, spookums.
I'm shocked that movie's not coming out in October.
Well, the first one didn't come out in October either.
No, it didn't.
It should.
Yeah, I know. That's what confused me about the first one, too. I was like,
Yeah, I'm very confused. A lot of horror movies do not come out in October.
This
September.
movie, honestly, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark would have been a great October movie.
I think any horror movie, right?
Yeah, I
Right?
think the fear and the reason a lot of them don't do it is because if every horror movie comes out during October, you seem less special.
Yeah, I guess.
And then you're like in direct competition.
We do have some good October movies coming out, though, like
I-
Zombieland, Double Tap.
Yeah, that's
The
good.
Addams Family, and Joker. Like, those are the ones I'm thinking skewed more towards, like, October-y. Okay, how excited are you for Zombieland?
Oh, extremely.
One of my favorite movies of all time,
Yeah.
Zombieland, the first one. And that opening with For Whom the Bell Tolls. Oh, so cool. That was me orgasming.
Everyone knew.
Maleficent Mistress of Evil.
Ooh.
That's a not weird, but interesting subtitle.
Yeah. I never saw the first Maleficent.
Oh, it's good.
I love that one.
It's a good Maleficent. I'm wondering.
Definitely one of the best Maleficent movies, I gotta say.
Out of all one Maleficent movies,
It stands
it's number
tall.
one.
It's
Exactly.
probably, it's hard to say, this might be controversial. It's also the worst. I don't know. Like,
I know, right?
a lot of people say it's the best.
Best and the
I am
worst.
definitely of the opinion it is the worst.
Yeah. That's why you chose not to watch it, right?
Exactly. Definitely gonna skip straight to the sequel though.
Well, Angelina Jolie
Yeah, I
is
know.
also going to be in
Yes.
not Defenders, Eternals.
I've seen Angelina Jolie and other things. It's not like you need to be like, well, man, I don't know if you know who this Angelina Jolie person is,
I'm just
but
pointing it
apparently
out.
she is gonna be in the Eternals. You might want to see what she can do.
By watching Maleficent 2.
Yeah. Her
Mistress
best
of
movie.
Evil.
Actually, I do think it's one of her top movies.
The first one? Yeah.
Maleficent. Yeah. She's perfect.
I do gotta say, when I heard that she was cast, I'm like, Yeah.
Yeah,
Which I believe was most people's reaction to
Yeah.
that. You're
It's
like,
the cheekbones.
oh, exactly. It is
I
the
know,
cheekbones.
It's the cheekbones.
Oh, man. Oh, no, my laptop's dying. Close. In case anyone was curious, I just closed my laptop because it was dying.
Wow, I
'cause
wonder
didn't
what
plug
that
it in.
thump was.
Yeah.
Bump.
Totally heard it.
Thumper.
The rabbit?
Is that yeah? Did he get shot too?
Thumper? No.
No.
I've never seen.
But
Bambi.
but in the original story, he does catch fire and burn down like a huge chunk of the forest
That's awesome.
as he's running around like burning to death.
Did you say that's awesome?
I don't even know if that's true. I'm just talking out my ass. So
Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, I believe it.
so basically the way it goes down is that a hunter shoots at him, but he misses. He hits a rock nearby. It creates sparks that latch onto Thumper,
Oh, how convenient.
and he just runs around on fire, and he starts a fire that burns down the entire
Jesus
forest.
Christ. Have you seen Once Upon a Time you haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood yet?
Nope.
Or do you plan on seeing it?
I was thinking if my mom wanted to go, I'd take her.
Oh, there's a fire scene with that in that one.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
I'm
poor
sure
Thumper.
he knows.
Look.
We talked about flamethrowers.
Yeah, I'm assuming a fire will come with a flamethrower.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
But again, now this thing I've described about Thumper is either one, a complete fabrication, or two,
More likely.
a lost memory buried deep in my subconscious, and I don't know which it is, because I don't think I'm telling the truth. But some part of me is going like, Kyle, I think that's real, and I'm like, I don't know, I never read that. So I don't know what to tell you. Fact check me, motherfuckers.
Well,
Oh, she's fact checking you.
I don't know about like a animated movie, but apparently
No.
a man was convicted of setting his girlfriend's bunny Thumper on fire
Maybe that's somewhere in there.
in 2017.
It wasn't me, I swear.
Well, you're not from Florida, are you?
Oh, it's always Florida, man.
You know why it's always Florida, right?
I do know.
Okay, cool. Good talk.
Because of their laws regarding is it police reports or like
Yeah, did I explain this to you, or did you just?
No, I
Okay.
heard about this somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like none of the police records are like sealed, and so like any journalist can just like go in and look at it.
Yeah, which is not the case in most other states.
Yeah, so that's why every ridiculous story you hear is from Florida, because I guarantee there's someone at every newspaper down in Florida who's just like, your job is just to look at all the police reports today. What the fuck happened?
Also, if anyone cares to know, the bunny was fine. He
Oh,
lived.
I feel
Ow.
bad because I didn't care.
Oh, I
No.
see. I saw a picture of the poor bunny. Obviously, he
Saw a
wasn't on
picture of
fire.
the bunny. Oh,
Yeah, he
thought he
wasn't
was
on
on
fire for
fire.
very long. He has some char marks on him, but he's fine. He's alive.
jeez.
Well, it's been 2 years. I don't know if he's still alive.
Oh, how long do bunnies typically live?
I have no idea.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, what's I'm doing?
In the wild, they live about 1 to 2 years.
So he's probably dead.
That's in the wild.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm assuming he wasn't just born, and it's 2 years later now.
Indoors, they can live between 9 to 10 years.
Oh my, that's a
9 to
lot
12
longer.
years.
I would have thought it'd be like maybe like 3 to 4.
Nope. I guess it also depends on the type of rabbit you
Wait,
have.
there are different types of rabbits.
There are.
It's a joke. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, there are different types. What are you looking
Kyle is
up,
looking
Kyle?
at his phone screen in disbelief.
Okay. I was curious about my ridiculous claim about Thumper. I don't know if this is true, but I am looking at the plot synopsis on Wikipedia for the original story of Bambi. This shit's whack, yo.
What was it adapted from?
A book called Bambi,
Okay.
A Life in the Woods. I was skimming looking for something about Thumper or just any bunny that gets caught on fire. But this sounds metal as hell.
Metal.
It's like, it is summer, and Bambi is now sporting his second pair of antlers. He is reunited with his cousin Feline after he battles and defeats first Karis, then Rano. Bambi and Feline fall in love with each other. I was like, what? During the summer, Gobo returns to the forest, having been raised by a man who found him collapsed in the snow during the hunt which Bambi's mother was killed.
Oh.
While his mother and Marina welcome him and celebrate him as a friend of man, the old prince and Bambi pity him. I'm like, what is going on in this story?
What the fuck? I have no idea what Bambi's about. So this
When
is
Bambi is later shot by a hunter, the prince shows him how to walk in circles to confuse the man and his dogs until the bleeding stops. What is going on?
Is Bambi a male?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
You always thought Bambi was a little girl?
I did.
No.
Well, speaking of Bambi, how does that movie go? Like, it's just about like Bambi's family getting shot, right? And then like
Bambi's mom
and man like killing all the creatures and deforestation. That's Bambi, the classic tale of deforestation, right?
That's Fern Gully. Look, man is not good if that's the point you're trying to get at here.
No. I mean, yeah. There's a deforestation.
I mean, yeah. You're just talking out of your butt. What are you getting at here,
No.
Chase?
I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is crude oil is not the way, man.
Pure oil. That's the path.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've noticed, gas prices are eternally going up. And I did something this weekend.
I promise this is not a political turn.
No.
Oh, yeah, it would seem that way.
No, I did something this weekend.
Was it a stupid decision?
No, it was a good decision. I feel.
Mm.
If you saw right out front is
No, they did not see right
No,
out
fucking
front.
Kyle
I
over
really
here.
hope they didn't see right out front.
If I saw right out front, and then also when we were,
I kidnapped Kyle and put him in my car because I got a Tesla.
Yay! Everyone, let's harmonize. Jace got a Tesla.
I did.
It only cost him $400,000.
That's not true, but that's 10 times too much exactly.
Oh wow!
Yeah, look at that math.
I can do math sometimes.
That's
if
new
it's
math.
like tens.
Oh, God, new math.
What the fuck is new math?
You don't want to know. That's
Yeah.
not the point.
Like
Move
NU
on.
math?
Nope, move on.
That'll be our next podcast. Kyle teaches.
Jesus.
Kyle teaches Chase new math. I don't know new math.
Teach me old math first.
That's true.
Yeah. But I mean, speaking of math, that's actually something I did a lot of.
In your Tesla?
When making this decision. No, to buy the fucking Tesla, Kyle.
I do math in my Tesla every day.
Well, I mean, there is like a notepad.
4 equals 8.
Oh, fuck. Is that right?
I have this weird feeling that all the math Chase did to figure out if this was a good purchase may not be accurate. Did someone double check your numbers?
No.
Not me.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
No.
He definitely missed a 0 at the end of this Tesla.
It's funny because I actually mentioned wanting a Tesla in one of our Cluster Truck episodes, and I went back and I don't know if it was when I was editing or I was like rewatching the episode. I was like, oh, what? I mentioned that, but I totally forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but I didn't think I actually mentioned that. And
look where you are now, you proud son of a bitch, you.
Yeah, it is what I would say so far. Actually, I just got it yesterday, so I don't have that much experience. But
this is the best car I've ever had. Bar none.
It is the fastest car I've ever had, bar none.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to disparage the name of a good friend of mine, but this man is a psychopath behind the wheel of a car.
It's not true.
It's very true.
When we left to go get food before recording this podcast, him just driving literally felt like I was in the Millennium Falcon taking off into hyperspace.
That's exactly what it feels like. I really wish the screen in that car would look like the stars coming around you, because that would be accurate.
No, it has some get up and go. Like the acceleration on that car is not a joke.
But does it have any good goods? It may have some get up and goes.
It does have arcade games on it.
Again,
which I did not show you.
What a ridiculous
it's like Centipede.
decision. You gonna play Skyrim on?
Oh, well, actually, Cuphead is coming to Tesla.
I know. Maybe
So
we'll just
I'll get
record the
Cuphead
rest of
in
the
my
Cuphead
car.
episodes on the
In
Tesla.
my car. That'd be interesting capture. But I think some of the main forces behind that decision was gas prices, being environmentally conscious and aware. Just because I don't want to have to support, big oil.
I hate big oil.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
No, but seriously, it's. I mean, I don't think that's getting too political, really, but it's
fine.
just
I
a
don't
fact of
actually
life.
care.
I mean, like, who likes paying for gas?
Yeah.
Literally no one.
Yeah.
There are a few things that everyone across the aisle can agree on.
Yeah.
Gas prices suck.
Yeah, I mean, like in where we live is like 370. I don't
And
know.
it was higher than that earlier this year.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
It's
got
like,
going
oh,
up and
it's
down.
only 370, guys. We're blessed.
Yeah.
I remember our parents, like, I don't even know if you remember this, Chase, but I remember when it first went over $2 and everyone lost their damn minds. Now, the thought of $2 gas makes me want to cry tears of joy.
Yeah.
It's like you get all the gas in your car, and then you get some spare gas.
Fill that guy up, put him in the back seat.
Every time you go down like a quarter, you get more gas.
Yeah.
I don't know how long this will last, and I'm not wasting it.
Yeah.
And that's like a great thing is that I offset the cost of like the increase in my monthly payment for the car itself by the gas prices I used to pay.
Yeah.
'Cause
God
I used to pay
knows.
$200 a month on gas. No joke. Like $180 to $200 a month on gas is what I calculated it to be for my car.
I spend about $130 on gas a
I
month.
drive a lot.
So do I, to be fair, but I purposely got a car that's moderately
I thought I was.
fuel
I
efficient.
thought I did. I did not. It was not as fuel efficient as I wanted.
What were your miles per gallon?
Like
with your old car?
22.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and my BMW was actually higher than that, but it might be because it was running funky.
Yeah, no, my car when I'm like on freeway driving and stuff averages like 34 miles per
Oh,
gallon.
that would be amazing.
That's
But
why.
I mean,
that's part of the reason I got it.
Don't have to worry about gas anymore, so I
That
don't
is
fucking
true. It
care.
doesn't matter.
And the thing is,
But it just
I
drives so much.
kind of take into account with the calculations that I would have to pay for charging because when I was like looking into it, I found like these like paid chargers by my work that I can just like plug it into, pay for charging while because I live in a condo, so I don't have chargers. I don't have like a home charging option, but I can charge it at work 8 hours a day, get back, like don't even have to worry about it. Pay like close to $50 a month as opposed to my $200. But then I realized and looked into it. The chargers at my work are actually free.
So you'll never be able to park in front of them.
Exactly. They're actually pretty busy. But I mean, I'll come in like I'm actually literally the first one in the whole complex, generally.
Spooky.
Yeah. So if I were to open, so free charging. Hello.
It's not like you need to charge it every day, so
Yeah.
semi-consistently.
Yeah, semi-consistently, like every few days is fine. But I don't have to worry about going to the gas station because I just park, plug my car in, go to work, come back out. Hey, it's charged.
How convenient. God, I hate those 5-minute gas station stops. Oh man,
They
just ruined
add
my
up.
whole day.
Oh, and occasionally you have to wait a couple of minutes for someone to move.
God, those bastards.
Think of how much time you spend at a gas station over the course of how long you've owned a car.
Okay.
If you can
Also-
negate all that time spent.
Think
Also-
about. Sorry, go.
Oh, how much time you spend brushing your teeth over a lifetime?
I don't.
That's a lot of
That's the
time.
trick.
Exactly. I don't think about how much time I spend
No,
at
I
the
mean, I
gas
No,
don't
he's
brush
saying he doesn't brush his teeth.
Oh,
He got
okay.
it.
Think about how often you shower. I do. That's why I don't do it anymore. So I just
Time
walk out when it's
management.
raining. I just walk out when it's raining.
Actually, I used to brush
Wow.
my teeth in the shower to save time, and now I don't. So I don't
That's
know
the
why
thing
I don't.
that people do.
yeah, it's actually not a bad way to.
Yeah.
You could
bad.
just get real efficient and just use your shampoo to also brush your teeth. The poison is burning and terrible taste means it's working. So, you are now a proud owner of a Tesla.
Yeah.
Does it make you feel like you're better than everybody else?
You know what, Kyle? It does.
Good,
I'm
because
kidding.
you are.
I'm I'm kidding. I already felt better than everyone else.
That really just happens to
That
Prius
sounds
owners.
Yeah.
Or yeah, Priuses, or as my mom likes to call them, Piuses,
Pre-I.
because they're all holier than thou. Nah, I don't actually hate anybody driving Prius, except for Phil McLaughlin. Phil McLaughlin,
Who the
you're a
fuck?
son of a bitch, and I never want to be stuck behind you in traffic ever again.
Yeah, you could go screw yourself.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's someone out there named
Named
Phil
Phil
McLaughlin
McLaughlin?
who's like,
What the fuck did I do?
how do you know I have a Prius? Nah, not this time.
Yeah. But
Bill.
the funny thing about when I was like, because I ordered my car, I got a Model 3, 2019, brand new, had 12 miles on it when I got it.
Somebody cheated you. It's not brand new. Somebody drove that thing 12 fucking miles.
12 miles, but
I demand a refund, but also the car.
before I was driving, because I'm actually selling my Fusion.
I'm actually selling my Tesla.
My Ford Fusion. I didn't want to sell it prior to, just in case the sale didn't go through for my Tesla. I was like, oh, I now own 3 cars though.
Big spend over here.
But I was trying to limit the amount of gas I had to pay for in my Fusion before I sold it. Because I don't want to keep fucking filling it up. Like, I'm selling it anyway. So I drove my BMW, and I forgot how like quick my BMW was. And I'm like, oh, this acceleration is like way better than my Fusion. Like it's stick shift, so like I love the drivetrain on that. But then I got in my Tesla and I'm like, hyperspace.
Hey, the guy who showed you the Tesla did call it the Stormtrooper.
Well, it's Stormtrooper configuration because it's
Stormtrooper
white with the black wheels. But I mean,
appreciated
I say
it.
true Stormtrooper configuration, which is actually
There
what
we
I'm
go.
gonna do to
Oh,
it,
yeah.
is blacking out the chrome. Because the door handles are chrome and like the window trim, and some other parts on the car is chrome, which I could live without, which I'm going to change. Putting black, like either matte or like a kind of semi-glossy vinyl wrap over those chrome parts and just make it black and white. That would be cool.
Man, this is episode 2 of Car Talk.
It is.
Yeah, well, that was about how our cars failed us, and this is how our my new car is awesome.
My new car's
And
doing
yours
just
sucks.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, my car is great.
Suck a dick,
I'm
Chase.
fucking joking. Well, I mean, actually, to be fair, I was helping
An old lady cross the
no,
street.
one of
Oh,
our
nice of you.
patrons at work that came in and needed assistance
One of our
a
guests.
few days ago. They were being a real asshole, and something about something on his phone that I was helping him with, like his tickets. And I look at it and I see it had a Tesla app, and I'm like, oh, this is why you're an asshole, isn't it?
So what I'm hearing is you're gonna turn into that.
It's
Am I not
inevitable.
already an asshole? Wait, what?
He kind of is,
Yeah,
but he's
he
our
is.
asshole.
Yes, Kyle, I'm your asshole.
Damn right you are, son.
Oh no.
Oh no, he says. That's not what he says later.
Yeah, so moral of the story is get a Tesla. It's actually surprisingly affordable, which is what I had kind of mentioned with my calculations. When I took into account how much I was paying for gas, because I was like, my old car I was paying like $300 a month, with like $200 a month for gas, like $500, and then plus my insurance. And then this new car, the payment is like less than $500 a month. I pay nothing for gas, and my insurance is only $20 more. So it's like comparable prices, and I am doing better for the environment, and I have a fucking Tesla. So get a Tesla.
You need to see
have to
the
match.
self-righteousness in this man's eyes.
I know, right? I've seen this all day.
I want to do good
Actually,
for the environment and
I've
look
seen
cool
this-
while doing it.
I've
Yeah,
seen this for a week because I knew exactly when he ordered it, and he's like, "I'm getting a Tesla."
It's
It's exciting.
See, Chase, you keep saying you want to help the environment, but what
It's
actually
twofold.
is happening?
It's being two-faced.
Yeah,
It's what's actually happening is you want to tell everyone how much you're helping the
Isn't
Yeah,
environment.
so-
Isn't that
I would like
isn't
to-
that what every environmentalist does?
Damn right.
that's very true. I would also like to point out. So yesterday, he had to work before getting
You
his
gonna bring this
Tesla.
up?
So I had to pick him up from his house and
She
take him to
offered
work.
to pick
Yeah,
you up
I
in the
did
morning.
because if I did it, I'd have to help you take your other car back to your house.
Yeah.
So like this was easier for
Way
me.
better deal.
Yeah, exactly. And then I had to pick him up from work so we could go where he's going to pick up the Tesla. But after that, there was a dinner with my family. And you know where he parks his car?
In the driveway.
Not in the driveway.
the
So
restaurant.
we were at a restaurant.
In the restaurant?
Yeah, in the restaurant. No, he parks it right in front
For a spot.
of the
It was
door.
open. There
Like
was a
where?
spot that was open right
Okay, there was lots of other spots that he could have chosen that he
Yeah.
passed.
there. I don't think I intentionally parked there for that reason.
I'm
This was
sure.
subconscious.
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it was subconscious because as he parks there, I'm like, oh, so you're gonna park here so everyone can see your car as we walk out. He's like, yeah.
That was a joke.
It was only half a
It
joke.
was only half a joke.
Yeah.
We walk out and he like walks in front of everyone. He's like, my car.
I did not
My
say
car.
anything.
But he did
I
not
did
say
not
it.
point at
He just
anything.
he,
No.
he
I
did that thing.
opened
He's just
the
like
door.
generally like stroking his car and like opening up
very-
the door. Oh, look at this.
That kind of was like that. He very slowly went to the door, opened it, like, okay, bye,
Yeah,
guys.
and her dad was like, "Whose car is that?" I
yeah.
was like, "It's my
Well,
car."
you were walking next to him.
No, he was like away from me,
Okay.
and I was like,
still
"Oh,
pretty
that's my
close.
car." Well, why do you mention
It was still a power
And then
move.
everyone looks and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "This is not the reaction I thought that was gonna happen." And like everyone was like looking through my car, opening my car, going inside. I'm like, "This is not at all what."
When
I
he says
expected to
everyone, he
happen."
means literally everyone, not even people he knew.
No, it was like a party of 12, right?
Yeah.
And like everyone was, I was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
He'd never met most of the people there.
And they were looking at my car.
This was definitely on purpose.
Exactly. Like, what did you expect when you park
It's
a Tesla in the front?
Ooh, big spender.
Oh yeah, someone said that.
Yeah, yeah.
They're most of them are from like the Valley area, so they're like,
okay.
So one of them's like, "Oh, big spender," and then one person asked me, they're like, "Isn't this car like $100,000? Like, how can
No.
he afford this?"
Oh, hello. Excuse me. I can afford a lot of things.
Ooh,
I was like,
burn.
no. I was like, no, it's like 39, and they're like, "Oh, I could own a Tesla."
Exactly.
That's what you've really done
I'm
here.
saying.
That's what you've really done here. You've started a revolution.
Yes, join the movement.
Welcome to the Tesla cast. Zim Tesla. It's just videos where we just record you driving around in your Tesla.
Aren't there YouTube channels that are mainly about like Tesla?
We can do
owners?
Tesla vlogs.
Oh my gosh.
That doesn't sound safe. Also, I'd like to point out the last time you tried to record a vlog from your car, you wimped out like a wimpy wimp.
Didn't happen.
Had the phone up to his face. Nope, I feel weird. Never mind.
I don't vlog.
Again, as I described, it's a really weird feeling. You want to really feel weird? Go to a park, just wander around people recording a vlog. Be that guy.
I've actually never seen. Oh no, we saw someone at Disneyland once
Did we?
vlogging. Yeah,
I've
on
seen
It's a
someone.
Small World. It was really annoying.
Oh,
I got punched
yeah.
by one of the people.
They were on our boat.
Yeah.
They're behind us.
It was an accident because they were like
Okay.
hyping it up for the
No,
camera.
they were stupid kids.
They were stupid kids, and then
They're
the
being
guy
loud
like
and punching people.
I don't know. He like raised his arms up. He's like, "Yeah," and then hit me in the head. I'm like,
Motherfucker.
"Excuse you."
And that was how he was strangled to death on Small World.
Shh, that didn't happen.
No, he was drowned.
We propped up his body amongst the toilet. No one's noticed yet. Why is Small World starting to stink so bad?
Oh no.
It's just the water, Kyle. It's just the water.
I see.
Why is the water dyed red?
Oh, because we're in the Red Sea part of the Small World right now.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all in all.
Oh wait, Chase.
Oh no.
What did you do to Kyle today?
Oh, that's right. So one of my favorite things that I've learned to do. There's only
In his
been
2 days since having this car. He's
one,
already found
one day. It's actually been less than 24 hours at home.
It has been.
What I've done with the two people other than Cheyenne that have been in the car, is there are Easter eggs within the car. You can like enable certain modes or certain things within the car. One of them being a whoopee cushion, which makes it sound like a fart is coming from any of the seats that you choose. And
Which would be way more effective if it wasn't on a gigantic screen.
I know. I was trying to like do it like discreetly. I mean, to be fair, you didn't see the other thing that I did.
I was
on that
looking at other
gigantic screen.
stuff.
I know. I saw you looking up through the all glass sunroof, and and I went into the settings of my AC, and I turned Kyle's seat heater up all the way.
Now, key to note for this: it's a warm day,
It is pretty hot.
so
It is
I
hot.
just assumed that the leather seat was hot,
and
that-
getting hotter?
Look, you don't understand, Cheyenne. When you're fat, your body
Are you trying to
heat,
fat-splain this to Cheyenne?
your body heat heats up things around you whether you want it to or not. And so I just thought, I'm like, oh my God, I am uncomfortable in this car. And Chase is like, feeling hot back there? I'm like, well, I have pointed both of the AC things as me. He's like, like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny
It was.
for them. For me, I'm just like, well, that explains why I'm not enjoying this ride to get food that I'm not eating.
Yeah, and I did that to
was a good
Cheyenne,
move.
I think it was yesterday. I put her seat heater on.
Of course it was yesterday. When else did you have this car?
Today.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I think she noticed it
Still.
like right away though.
I did.
She's like, is my seat getting hotter? Kyle said nothing.
Not a word. I have lived a long life of accepting suffering and not commenting on it. And so when things get uncomfortable, I'm just like, well, that's life. And with that, thank you all for listening.
Yes. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and follow us on Twitter at ZymMedia.
Also, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell.
Oh yes.
And
If you're listening on YouTube, duh.
obviously, duh.
And if you are on YouTube, you can also check out our gameplay videos. We've done Cluster Truck and Cuphead, and they suck. I fucking hate those games.
Okay, so by
The
time
gameplay doesn't suck.
yeah, please. By the time this podcast goes up, we will have 4 episodes of Cluster Truck and 2 episodes of Cuphead out. Cluster Truck, we're about to get to the point where things went really smooth,
Yeah.
and then
Shit hits the fan.
things did not go smooth at all. And I highly recommend when it comes out to make sure you check out the finale of our Cluster Truck run, where Chase and I become demons of anger and evil, killing the devil himself.
That is true.
And also check out Cuphead, where just Chase gets more and more and more mad all the time, and I just lose hope and just all care of living.
Yep. And also, don't forget to watch out for our Instagram and Twitter. There will be a live video of the boys beating not Cuphead, Cluster Truck. It's highly entertaining. And now they're angry. Bye.
Bye.
Look, angry is a strong word. Just sad.
Yeah, disappointed.
Just
in
sad.
myself.
No, I'm just sad, and I'm dreading the fact that we promised that we would play more levels later.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, everybody. I was Kyle. I'm not Kyle anymore.
was
I am
Chase.
merely a lump of flesh stuck living this horrible existence.
Ew.
Okay. Well, I'm still happy. Bye.